Good morning. Dying here. Good morning. We got Brock with us. It's time to load up our pipe trailer and go finish laying irrigation pipe. It's cool and sort of cloudy this morning and not 100 degrees yet like it's gonna be tomorrow, or that's what they tell us anyway. So we're gonna get this done. We might fire the Traveler up this afternoon, but we will see. We will be ready to. Whether we actually start it up and think we need it or not, I don't know. But we'll see how things go here, and one step at a time. Get the pipe in first. So here's our overflow pipe storage and apparently used gutter storage. So we got to load this up on the trailer. Now it's important that it be pipe be put on there the right way, because when we get up to the field we need them all to be the same direction, right? So you'll notice half of our pile here has the bell end this way, and the other half has the, I don't know, the male end this way. And so we will put all of the bell end ones on this side of the trailer, and then we got to spin it around and put them on the bottom ones all go on the other side of the trailer. We should be able to put all this on there at once. We always had like 2 trailer loads, or really it's not even 2 full trailer loads. So load it up. Well, that's 25 sticks, and it's all of them that are sitting this way. So now we got to spin the tractor around. Brock, you want to go ahead and do that? Yeah. And then we can put these ones on the other side. I'm always a little scared of what's crawling and living in these pipes. We've been sitting here for 2 years. You just never know. Seems like a good spot for an animal to crawl in there and die. Oh, look at that. It's not even full. That means we're well over half done with the pipe already. That's good. Fueling. It is going to be an expensive irrigation season. That is for sure. We are going to burn a lot of dollars in fuel in this thing. Fortunately, $7 corn. Yeah, we don't have to create a whole lot of bushels to pay for the fuel, so the math still will work. I'll explain later. We'll talk about this. There's going to be so many irrigation videos. You guys are going to be sick of it before we get done here. I'm already sick of it. We haven't even started yet. Well, we made it up back to where we stopped with Rylan, with the pipe trailer there. Brock brought the truck and the generator up there, so we're going to take that down and get it positioned and stuff, and then we'll come back and start putting pipe together. I want to get this all put together because all this stuff is just laying here before we lay any more out, just to make sure we're in the right spot, you know, because I mean they're close, but they're going to slide a little bit. I don't have the joints all lapped quite perfectly. Okay, the generator is in place. Dad made a really nice pad here. That was what he was working on when I was setting pipe the other day, Saturday. So that's good. We got our cord stretched from our electrical panel over here. This is all electric driven. Oh, we need an extension cord. Don't forget to bring an extension cord. We need a 110 volt circuit for our primer and our injection pump, but the big motor is all 480 volt, 3-phase, 75 horse electric motor on that pump there, and it pumps a lot of water in a hurry. So this end of things, other than needing an extension cord, is all set up and ready to go. Got our bridges in place. We're good. Now all we gotta do is finish connecting pipe. Yep. All right, let's put together some more pipe. It's starting to get hot and sunny. Time is it? 10 o'clock. Yep, that's about right. I'll do my best here. Pick up this pipe, hold this one. Brock shoves them together. Let it down, Brock. Push. There we go. Clamp those on. Latch it. And we walk to the next one. Inside these bell ends, there's a seal in there. Show you that real quick. This rubber piece here is the seal. It's got a V shape on the back, so when the water pushes it, it pushes it against this flange. And hopefully the water doesn't leak. It doesn't leak under pressure very much. It does leak when you turn the pump off, and then the water all drains out of the pipe sometimes, which is a good and a bad thing, but is what it is. off we go, all the way down to the tractor. We've made it. All the pipe to this point is put together. We're gonna drive the tractor along and set pipes off as we go here and keep hooking them up later. I have taken some clamps, hung them on these support posts here, and when Brock gets up to where this pipe is gonna go, I'm just gonna lift it up and set it off on the ground, and then we'll do that until we get this side empty, and then we're gonna switch. So I made him drive first because this side's easier than the other side. Look at that. One-handed while I'm filming. And then make sure you drop a clamp. I got my half. Brock's turn. So these ones are obviously on the wrong side. So we're just gonna work the tractor over and lay them out on the wrong side, and then we'll come back and move them where they need to be when we put them together. Take one, set it down, grab yourself a clamp, set it down, and repeat until we get to the end of the field, which we're almost there. We got the pipe trailer empty. Yeah. Is it gonna stay? Nope, it's not gonna stay. All right, we don't have a jack, so I'm trying to figure out how to block this thing to make it stay. Got it. All right, now we just gotta finish putting the pipe together. Brock went to go back to our tractor that's down there to get us another clamp. Don't run over the pipe, man, don't run over the pipe. We've made it up to here. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3 more lanes. 3 more lanes. So 370 times 3. Yeah, we got 1,000 feet to do yet. But we're getting close. Closer anyway. So I'm trying to keep these risers in the right spot, and I think I screwed up from the beginning because I had them on this side of the lane. Most of them are like right in that area. And then this one, I ran out of the right length short pieces and stuff, and so we made it over to the other side, which I actually think is going to be better anyway, just from the way that the Traveler works. The inlet on the Traveler is on, when we're pulling that way, it's in this corner of the Traveler, like over here, and so we can drape our hose around the back of it, and then when we spin it around and we pull that way, it'll be in this corner over here, so we can just make a big loop out in this lane and hook it right back up. With the riser over here, when we're pulling that way, it's easy. You just make a big loop and hook up to that corner of the Traveler. The problem is when we're pulling over here and we got to get to a riser there and our thing is over here, we've got to loop it around and go under the tongue of the Traveler, which is not real fun, but it's all right. It's not the end of the world. It's not worth taking the pipe apart and moving it, I can tell you that. We got 5 feet too much. Oh, we made it. It'll go. Put the end cap in. Okay, we're done here. It's about lunchtime, so we're gonna go eat lunch, and then we'll get the Traveler out this afternoon. Get that ready to go. Well, we are back from lunch. Brock's getting the Traveler hooked up. We would normally use the 40-20 for this, but 40-20's got a bum tire that we're gonna get fixed later this week, so we'll just do this for now. The boys are here, so they're gonna help. We gotta bring that in front of the shop, check all the tires, go through it, grease it, make sure it's all good to go. We need to pull the gun cart out just a little bit so we can test the motor and stuff. So I remember last time we used this, sometimes this wheel would not spin. I think our wheel bearings are rough or going bad, so we're gonna take that apart and at least look at them and see, just re-grease or replace. All right, well, we got our motor to run a little bit and had Brock change the oil in it. That motor was brand new last summer that we used this. I replaced it, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through the irrigation season, because our other one, it was a problem. Anyway, so that's good to go. I greased it. I missed this greaser. We got to get that one right there. But I greased everything else. Brock is going to lube up our chains. This one's a little loose, so we're going to tighten it up. And for the most part, this is ready to go. He checked all the tires. We need to go through that one wheel bearing there yet. And then the other thing I want to do, so I put some really cool lights in this last time we used it that help me when I'm pulling it out at night to know when it's all the way unwound, because, well, you can't see it when it's dark. So I've got a battery pack here that runs those, but I want to take this panel off and get inside and just check my wiring and stuff, because it was kind of a field installed deal, and I have a feeling, one, we need new batteries, and two, I need to secure some wires a little bit better. So we're going to pull that panel off of there and crawl inside and take a look around while we're here. Here's the inside of a Traveler. Crawled through the little opening there. This is the center feed pipe, so this goes outside, and then there's an elbow, and that's where our inlet is. This is 4-inch pipe. It gets to here. We've got a 45-degree angle, and then it goes to there, and that's the start of the hose with the first couple of band clamps on there that hold the hose on. So yeah, there's a whole lot of hollow space on the inside. So these are some little lights that I put in there, and the idea was to strategically place them so that when I'm unrolling it, I can see one, and then I can see two, and by the time I see that one, you better be stopping, because that's as much hose as you want to pull off of this. Clearly, I did not secure wires very well, so we need to do that. I wish I could test them to see if they still work, but I can't until I pull all of the hose off. And the other thing I would like to do is actually switch them out for some colored ones. I would like to do a green, yellow, red rather than white, 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 so that, you know, it's a little easier to see which one can I see, and if one of them is not working, well, it's much easier to know which one isn't working, because you're trying to see those from a quarter of the mile away at night, and it's a little difficult. So anyway, the point being here is we're going to secure the wires a little bit better so that they're not flopping around. We'll have to take it up to the field and pull all the hose off in order to see what we've got there a little bit better, and if we need to change them, and I might have to get some more lights anyway. Well, there's one of our wheel bearings. There's the other one. That's going to be a problem. And there's the seal. The seal may be salvageable. I don't know. We'll see. We got to get that all cleaned up and see if we got another one. All right. Well, we got this all cleaned up. I went and got a new bearing, a new race, new seal, and repacked everything, put them back together. Good as new. I got to put the cotter pin in here so that it doesn't spin on us or come apart. And then we can put the tire back on. Put it back on.
Trying to loosen it up.
No, I'm all done. I'm putting it back together.
What we were eating?
What were you eating?
Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls.
4.
Oh, you punks! Eating my Tootsie Rolls?
There's a few left.
Oh, that's good. We put our side panel back on. We'll probably have to take that off again in the field, but we'll see how stuff is working. And I started the motor up. We're going to let it wind itself in. It's moving very, very slowly. It moves very, very slowly. And I think we'll be ready to go. Okay, we have made it up to the field. Now, it is hot and sunny today, but this corn's rolling. It's really rolling up, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I don't think we are super dry right now, but we're going to start pumping water anyway, because this is not good. Not good. We can't let this corn have a bad day, and, well, it doesn't look like it's having a good day, so we're going to start in water and basically right where my yield contest entries are.
How are we going to get it over there? The pipes in the middle.
Well, I will show you. And we're just going to start pumping. It's time to go. All right, we're going to pull this way first because it'll allow us to unwind the entire thing. So, Brock, you ready for your lessons in irrigation? Come here. Over here, there's a handle. We got to pull it. Right here. This unlocks the rotation. Watch out, bud. So now we can spin it. Watch out. Oh, I'm going to hit our riser here. Put it back the other way. There we go. Spin it till we're parallel with the path, which we're too far. We're gonna have to back up. Okay, let that handle unlock, or nope, pull it. Pull it out. Pull it out, we gotta square it up. There. Close. All right, now we gotta back the tractor up till that's in the middle of the path here. Can you do that? Okay, now normally we would have the 40-20 on the Traveler, but I don't have the 40-20 because it's got a tire that needs fixed, and it's gonna get fixed in a couple of days. So we're gonna have to do this with one tractor, which makes this a giant pain in the butt, but we're gonna do it. So we gotta get that unhooked, Brock. And in the meantime, I'm gonna take this little cheat code that I have here. Oh, hold on. There are two kids walking out there. I just kind of lost them. Where are you going? You can't just wander away without telling me. I lost you.
Can we go in there?
You can go in there a little ways. Just make sure you come back.
Okay.
All right, these. Down. This is much easier than the handle that I used to use. Okay, go to the other side. Now we can crank down the gun cart until our chains are loose and unclip it. This is an important step. Don't forget to unclip it. Take this chain here. We're gonna need our tractor hooked up to that. Now this thing, this is our valve. Put that on there. I should be able to turn the pipe and get it straight. Okay, and then we put our valve on there and hook up our flexible hose to the Traveler inlet. Make the hose kind of lay so it's not going to kink, something like that. And then we're ready to open that up. So you twist this handle and it opens the valve in there. Ugh, easier said than done. All right, Brock's going to move that tractor around for us. The thing is, you got to go all the way around because of the pipe there. So he's got to go all the way out to the end and then back down that back side and then back down the lane. While he's doing that, we're going to go fire up our generator and make sure all that stuff is working. So it's hot and sunny today. It appears that our pipe is expanding a little bit. It's growing in length and buckling out into the field a little bit, or into the path. I'm just trying to push. This is the second spot. We're just going to push it the other way so it buckles into the corn rather than into the path. Try and keep it out of the way. Somewhere there's a kid down here. Oh, there he is. He ran all the way down here by himself.
Is this Grandpa's red truck?
Yep. What's up, dude? All right, let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Let it start running. 5,780 hours at the start of irrigation season. We'll keep an eye on that as we go here. Oh yeah, we need some fertilizer. We'll start this run without it, but then we'll get it up here quickly. Plenty of water in our river. Running fast. Running a little clearer than than when it's muddy. Water runs clear in here when it's not at an elevated level and it's at its normal flow. So, I just saw a kid fall off a dirt pile. Okay, one more thing here. I put in a valve. So I got this the last time, but I never actually put it in. So this is the first we've ever used it. But we have an inline valve here, and I can close this to basically shut off the second half of the pipe. And since we're starting in the first half, I'm going to close it so we don't have to fill the entire pipe up. We don't have to worry about all that pressure loss or whatever from trying to fill the entire pipe and having all of that water in there. So for the next few runs anyway, the two where we're at and the one here, we're going to leave that shut, and then when we get on the other side of it, we'll have to open it up. So Brock's almost back, and we'll get our gun pulled out, and then we'll fire up the pump. Are you guys excited? Not. I know. It is really cool. I will give you that. This gun is awesome. It's really, really cool. It pumps a lot of water. It's fun to watch. I just know what I'm in for. And this is a lot of work. But, can you guys see our corn? Can you see how rolled up and spiky that is? I don't like seeing it. I know it's probably not a moisture issue, but I don't like seeing it. So we're gonna fix it. Okay, Brock is back. So we got a couple of things we gotta check here. One, we need our hitch pin. Come here, you gotta learn. Number two, very, 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 very important. Almost as important, more than important, than making sure your chains are unhooked. That lever has to be disengaged. That allows the reel to spin independent of the gearbox and the motor and for the stuff to come off. Number two, the brake has to be off. This is on, that is off. We want that off. Some people will tell you should have it drag just a little bit so the reel doesn't free fall, but yeah, I just leave it off. Number whatever we're on, those lights. If you want to use those lights, you got to turn them on, and then you got to remember to turn them off. So on. I don't know if that'll work or not, but we're gonna test them out and try them. So, okay, we gotta hook it up, and then we're ready to pull. Okay, so we tighten up our chain, and then we start to pull, and it should start to turn, and it does. So that is good. We're a little cozy in the cab here with all three of us, but I'm trying to teach Brock and got the boys, so they got to come with us. So our speed limit when unrolling is 3 miles an hour, which is slow. We gotta... You can't read that. Anyway, we're going 1. I like to go slow when we're first starting, and then we speed up after the pipe is laying on the ground, the hose is dragging. We've got 1,250 feet of hose on here. We can pull out about 1,230, which should be about to the end of our run. We'll see how it goes here. All right, well, I didn't see any of my lights, so my batteries might be dead on that thing. But anyway, we're out about as far as I can pull it anyway. We're right to our back lane. You gonna get out or not? Out. Okay, then I need out. So now we're gonna unhook it, and I'll show you what the procedure is here. The easy, obvious part is unhook the chain. Stash that there for next time. Throw that over, but then we got to put these stabilizer legs out. So Brock, pull that pin. Just pull it. Let that down. Now you got to get that hole lined up with that hole. So if you lift up on this, it'll go a long ways. And then sometimes you got to kick this. Push on that. There you go. You just put that in there. No need for clips because they don't need to be clipped. And then we do the same thing over here. Now, it's also helpful to kind of point that somewhat straight. I've heard that if you have it off to one side, it could actually tip the cart over when it first starts up. Never had that happen, and I don't check it every time, but then I remember I try. The red truck died overnight, so we got that jump started, and we are ready to start up the pump. We can get a couple little boys out of the river. Why are you putting those straps in the river? Come on, it's time to start it up. Yeah. All right. We've got our generator plugged in. We've got our 110 cord over here. First thing we have to do is prime it. So we've got to suck all the air out of our suction tube. So Brock, come here and do this while I'm filming because it's hard to do with one hand. Essentially what we have to do is plug in the yellow plug and lift up on that black handle at the same time. You can hold it open and then get it plugged in, yeah. Oh, it might have to find the right circuit breaker over here. Alright. Hold that. When water starts spitting out, you gotta unplug it and close the valve. So now what it's doing is sucking the air out, and it's sucking water up this pipe. We're gonna get it all the way into the pump. These kids, oh, there, okay. Okay, so now we gotta turn our timer on. We're just gonna set it for like 3 hours right now, and then push start. Why didn't it work? Oh, I gotta flip the main breaker. That switch. Push the button. handle goes up, that means there's water flowing. We're gonna get leaking until the pipe pressurizes. So now we're filling that pipe up, 450 gallons a minute, all the way through that pipe to our valve that we closed. Gotta fill that whole spool. Well, there's nothing on the spool anymore, but all the way out to the end of the gun, and eventually we'll see water shooting out there. While we're waiting, we're gonna get in the tractor and drive back to the Traveler. Boys, let's go! Let's go, let's go! You can see the water dripping. We're gonna leak at every one of those seals until there's pressure on them. It's just the way that they are designed.
Where?
Okay, well, we beat the water to here because our supply hose is not full yet. It's leaking air out. We can hear that. So it's coming. It's coming. Because there's no water in it yet, and the sun's been beating on it. Oh, I hear water. Brayson, get back. Brayson, move. Get away from that pipe. Get back here by me, just in case something breaks apart. I don't want you getting hit. This hose is going to get full of water here real quick. It's still got air. But it's air under pressure. After it gets pressurized and everything is good, then you can feel it. But we got to get some air out first.
Water coming in.
A little bit. We're probably still filling pipe that way. Was another lane down to where my valve is. You should not be standing on that, dude. So we've got a pressure gauge right here. You can starting to hear it going around. We had another wrap. We could have pulled it just a little bit farther. Here we go. There we go. There we go.
Now can we?
Nope, not yet. Pressure gauge is starting to bounce. There, we're getting a little pressure. All right, all right.
The water's not coming in.
Okay, guys, watch down there. Watch the gun. It's going to start shooting out pretty soon. I know it. We're filling the hose on the Traveler right now. So this is all 4-inch line. It's all empty, and we got to get water in
Where
it.
is it?
We're going to zoom in for you a little bit.
Where is it?
Clear straight down this black pipe, Brayson.
Water's right there.
Just keep watching.
I wonder what that noise is.
That's the water and the air in the pipes getting out. Oh man, you would think I could hold this a little bit steadier.
What, me? Is it going to?
Gotta be any second.
Is it cold water?
Yeah, it's cold water.
We can't play in it?
No, we can't play in it.
Why?
Because
We need our swimsuits on.
high pressure. It's under a lot of pressure. There it is. I see it.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Cool. It'll probably burst a few times, get some air out and stuff, but all right, we're good. So we'll let it sit there for a minute while we get stuff organized down here, but there it goes. Look, that light worked. So that's cool, but there's one up on top that's not, or on the other side. I gotta find the third one, see if I can see it before we... Is it on? No? Right there's my other light. See, I think if I made those red, yellow, and green, yellow, and red, I'd be able to see them a little bit better during the day. So anyway, we could have pulled a little bit farther, but it's there. That's cool. All right, well, we need a little information before we start this up. So one, how much did we pull? So this hose has foot markings on it. Right here, we're at 1,206 feet that we pulled out. So I keep records. We'll keep it in a Google Sheets document with all of that information in it, tracking which pulls we make and all that. So we need to start up our motor. So we should be able to. Might have to choke it. Okay. Oh, too soon. It just sits here and idles. So what that does is it spins a variable speed pulley in there that allows us to adjust the speed of the retraction, and it goes in through a gearbox, which then turns that chain in there, which is this big chain on the reel, and it reels it in real slow. So we're going to get this set. I need to do a little math, but I'm pretty sure we want 30 inches per minute. So on this base layer, which we are on, we want it to retract at 30 inches per minute. And so there's a little speed gauge right here. Right now it's at 19, 18. So we need to adjust that to where we want it. All right, so we've got this running at 30 inches a minute, 30, 31. Everything should be good. Don't play with that, please. Now the other thing that we need to do, we can close this so our boys can't stick their fingers in there. Thread in our handle, and then we move this lever to engage, and that starts our reel. So now it's going to reel itself in 30 inches a minute. It'll take 8 hours. 1,200 feet at 30 inches a minute equals 8 hours. And it waters the corn while it does it. All right, who wants to go see it? Are we going to walk out there?
Yeah, I want to.
Okay, let's go. Oh, they're for sure getting soaked right now. They ran out here way ahead of me. They're faster than I am. That is a lot of water pumping in a hurry, but the corn's happy. Corn is very, very happy. So we shoot it out there as far as we can go. Obviously we can't make it all the way to the end of the field, so it is what it is, but all this corn's gonna get some water. We can shoot it about, let me zoom back out. We can shoot it about not quite 200 feet, 180 feet in each direction. Yeah, it's moving backwards. It's gonna pull itself all the way back into the center. 63 pounds pressure at the gun here. That's pretty good. I think we've got a 1.38 inch nozzle in. I'd have to double check that, but I think that's what I read earlier. So that means it's 1.38 inches in diameter, and it's big. Yeah, it's squirting me. That's a lot of water coming out in a hurry. Shoots it a long, long ways. You guys, you're getting all wet. Rain, rain. You just want to watch it for a minute? I kind of just want to watch for a minute. We got to go get some fertilizer and start putting fertilizer in though. So we're going to run back to the farm and do that here. Got to check a couple of risers, make sure we don't have any leaks, stuff that we need to adjust. We might have to do that. But yeah, it's working. No, don't, Brayson. It's river water. Yeah.
Clean.
Well, it's kind of clean.
Why does that
We're a little windy today. It's affecting our spread pattern, but I don't care. It's all falling in the field. That's how it moves. See, every time that flapper goes up, it moves it just a little bit. And it goes from one side to the other. And then when it gets done, this arm here is going to hit this rod, and it's going to flip it, and then it'll go back the other way. Watch. Should go past center just a little bit. Spraying us big time now. Pushing it, and click. Now it goes the other way, and it's spraying me worse. I'm gonna adjust that just a touch. All right, it's gonna go. Now we gotta go back and do some other stuff. You're gonna walk on the hose all the way back? Be careful about that thing there. Let's go around it. Brayson, get down, please. Your hairs are all wet. All right, we made it back to the traveler base. Double check our speed. Close enough. So now we got to get in the gator and go check. Otherwise, we got a little leak there. It happens. It's not a big deal. What?
Can we go where that white thing is?
What white thing? The generator?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go back there and check it. I can already see a leak at our next lane down there, so we gotta go fix that. That is a problem. That's not a riser. I thought it was a riser leak, and it's not. This is gonna make a muddy mess. We gotta shut her down, pull that apart, put a new seal in it, something. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. Well, I pulled some clamps there. Problem is this pipe is full of water now, and it's heavy, and I can't just move it, and we got to kind of pull it away, or you know, make it come apart. I'm gonna have to open this, which is not gonna be fun because it's gonna let water out everywhere, I imagine. Of course, I might be wrong. I usually am. Okay, don't let any water out. What the heck? Thought that would let water, or, yeah, let some water pressure out, but we are kind of at the top of the hill. That's a good thing. Better than being at the bottom. All right, well, I might have to go open one at the bottom of the hill to let the water out up here. I don't know. All right, I got it split apart. So it's kind of hard to do, but you just got to keep curving the pipe out and it makes it come apart a little bit. Just take that one clamp off and let's pull our seal out. I don't see anything wrong with it. That's the problem, is I don't see anything wrong with it. So why isn't it sealing? I don't know. I have some new seals back at the farm. I might go get one. I had pulled one out of one of those pipes that we didn't use. I was gonna stick in there, but maybe I should just get a new one. Okay, well, we came back to the farm, new seals, so we can fix that. And I got the fertilizer tank. We're gonna start putting some fertilizer on with it. Good news, bad news situation here though. The good news is we didn't pre-buy any extra fertilizer or pay the super high dollar rates for any extra that we're going to carry over till next year. Bad news is all 3 of our fertilizer tanks are now empty. I was gonna just take up ATS, ammonium thiosulfate. I sucked that tank empty in about 300 gallons. Crap. So I'm like, well, guess we'll at least put some nitrogen on. So I sucked out the 28 tank, got up to about 600 or 700 gallons. And I'm like, well, I might as well use up the 1034O as well, which isn't really going to do us a whole lot, but it isn't going to hurt anything. Put a little phosphorus and it's got some nitrogen in it. So, yeah, we sucked that tank dry too. We did get almost 1,000 gallons, so we've got a full load and it'll go a long ways. But I don't have any more. We might have to buy some more fertilizer for this. Dang it. All right, well, first day startup issues. We're getting closer. We've got fertilizer in our tank. We found another leak. The copper line going to our pressure gauge. It's got a real small crack where it's spraying out there. We'll see once it gets under pressure how bad it is, but we're gonna have to fix that at some point. I gotta get my injector pump started up. I wanted to check the rate and see where we're at. I want it to put on about 10 gallons an hour. That'd be 10 gallons to the acre of fertilizer, so that's what I'm shooting for, because we can do about an acre an hour. All right, well, that's set and it's running. It's 10 gallons an hour. So I think we should be good there. We've put in 250 gallons, so after we run for an 8-hour run, we should use about 80 gallons and be down to 170 to 200, somewhere in there. So we'll see what it is. Everything looks good on the riverside here. Can't see anything. Can you tell how much water I'm pulling out of there? I mean, it's just sucking it all right out, right? No, not even close. There's a huge amount of water in this river. All right, well, we've got that leak there that while it needs fixed, it's not the end of the world horrible, so we're gonna worry about that one later. And I got all my valves closed there and unhooked from that tank, so we're gonna take the truck back and we'll go see how our leak is that we tried to fix, see if we fixed it or not. I think we fixed it. Yeah, it was right there, so looks better. Now we just need a couple of days for the mud to dry up here and all will be good again. Water's flying. We'll start our Traveler back up. When it loses water pressure, it shuts itself down, so it doesn't just keep reeling it in with no water being put on, so it's right where we left it when we shut the pump off. Sometimes it's fun to just sit here and watch it. Up and running. It's gonna be a long summer. 1,160 feet. 11 hours and 45 minutes probably, I don't know, whatever it is. So I will likely be back here at midnight. No, that's not right. Not 11 hours, 7 hours and 40 minutes. Anyway, 7-8 hours from now it's 6, so 6, 6 would be midnight. Oh, it'd be 2 o'clock. All right, well, as soon as I get done putting Morelli back to bed, I can come up here and do some irrigation stuff. How fun for me. We're going to get on a schedule where we start them up at night and then we come first thing in the morning, but we haven't made it there yet. So I told you the other day I got some cool stuff coming for this. I'm hoping it shows up this week, maybe tomorrow, and we can put it on here, but we've got a monitoring system coming that yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I have a dinner first.
All right, we are heading home.
Make a video.
I'm making a video right now. Rylan wants to watch it.
Check the meters, check the meters.
Anyway, we are heading home to dinner to get cleaned up because they are filthy dirty. I see it. Put it back. And we got to go do that. It's 1:30 in the morning. It's going to be done. So we will go up there at 1:30 in the morning and move it. Keep watering because that's what we do. But anyway, thanks for watching today. I'm not going to film 1:30 in the morning because I don't feel like it. I will at some point, but not this one. So we'll see you again tomorrow. We'll be watering corn. We'll see what else we can work on because it's not going to take all day like today. So that's good. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Like and subscribe. Questions and comments, leave them down below. See ya.